Sexism.
Transgender oppression.
Heterosexism.
What are they? Sexism is discrimination of a person because of their sex.
October 2016, recorded by the National Partnership for Women and Families, showed that on average, women nationwide made 80 cents to a man's dollar.
Transgender oppression is the mistreatment of transgender people because they have changed gender.
Report from 2014 report from Williams Institute established that there are over 1,500 transgender individuals serving in active duty, and there are over 134,300 transgender veterans. According to the data, 32% were assigned male at birth and 5.5% were female.
Heterosexism is discrimination against homosexuals. More than 1/3, or 36%, of LGBT undergraduate students have experienced harassment within the past year, as have 29% of all respondents.
This is a problem because we don't take problems like rape and other crimes seriously.
According to the National Center for Education Statistics, in the 2013-2014 school year, women earned more degrees across all fields than men did.
This is a problem because in today's society, men aren't supposed to be feminine and women aren't supposed to be masculine. In 2018, a transgender woman got up to use the restroom, and she was asked to present her ID. She refused and got kicked out because according to Washington law, you have to have a female on your ID to use the women's restroom. This is false. The law states if someone identifies as a woman, they're allowed to use the women's restroom. Refusing to let someone use a restroom that corresponds with their gender is discrimination.
Nowadays, we use the word wife, and we typically think of a heterosexual couple. But in today's society, it is morally acceptable to have same-sex marriages and also even have more than one spouse.
How we can solve this problem is by giving men and women the same rights, letting men show their emotions and letting women be physically strong.
We can help by being open and not judging people with their looks. We should be more focused on their personality and who they are as a person.
How we can help is through acceptance and understanding somebody else's decisions in their lives. We shouldn't discriminate somebody on who they love.
Needless to say, with the unemployment rate above 8% for 43 straight months, it is a struggle to find work if you don't have a job. But for transgenders, those who identify and express themselves as the opposite gender they were born with, the job market is really dire. Karina Huber reports.
Jennifer Long lives with her pet macaw in a home in New Jersey.
Hello?
She was born a man, but has lived as a woman for 7 years. She takes hormones to make her body more feminine, has had electrolysis to remove her facial hair, and dresses in women's clothes. Jennifer recently changed the gender on her identity cards. Now she's looking for her first job as a woman.
You know, I don't bring up the issue of transgender. It's a non, as far as I'm concerned, it's a non-issue.
Jamel Miles came out to his classmates and was bullied and told, go kill yourself. And he committed suicide in 2018. If these kids are so open, he would have been accepted, not bullied. Hatefulness is still in full effect.
I have actually experienced sexism at work. When I used to work at a bar, when I went to serve a big table of men, a guy put his arm around my waist and tried to get me to sit on his lap, and everyone else at the table didn't do anything or say anything.
As a girl, you get called darling or babe or constantly, which often doesn't happen to guys. But working in a coffee shop, literally it's just all the time people giving people their phone numbers, having random customers add you on Facebook.
One of the things that's pretty common is comparing other women in the office to the men's girlfriends. That's pretty consistent.
The boss once asked me to get sandwiches for a meeting where I was chairing it, and I was like, okay, but also no.
I used to work as a receptionist in a gym, and a lot of the guys who worked there would often be sort of ogling the girls in their gym gear, and I confronted them about it and said, you know, why are you staring at the girls? And they would say, well, they dress like that because they want men to look at them.
I mean, one of the things I do notice, I deliberately go around looking scruffy now because I remember the time where I made the decision I'm past 40, I look silly with my long flowing hair, I just look a mess, give up the makeup. And a certain set of people stopped talking to me at that point. and networking meetings suddenly got a little bit less easy, and that made me quite annoyed.
I'm thinking about a time when I used to work at a shop a while ago now, but even in the depths of winter they insisted that we wore tiny shorts and had our midriffs out as well. It was horrible.
I can remember sort of early 80s still going for interviews, and one of the questions, because I was married, was actually, are you intending to start a family soon? And then if you said yes, obviously you wouldn't have been given the job.
But just general things, like if I'm moving a big pile of books, then a colleague might come over and be like, oh, do you want help with that? Like, I know they're trying to be nice, but sometimes like, it's just like 4 books are fine.